You must understand that you are not black. You are an African. Eh? You must understand that you are not black. You are an African. If you look like 50 Cent, if you look like Floyd Mayweather Sr., if you look like Floyd Mayweather Jr., then you are an African. You are not black. Black is the color of my hair texture. You must understand. Too many people do not understand what African is. Huh? You must understand that genetically speaking, a person that is brown skinned, a person who is dark skinned, who has certain features, this is what is an African. Huh? You have to understand there was no African Americans or Cubans or Brazilians or any of those people before there was Africans. We populated the entire world. We populated the entire world. So you must see that you must understand this, that you're not a Moor. You're not a Moor. You're not a Hebrew Israelite. You are an African. You may call yourself different things, but those are just words. Genetics and facial feature, phenotype, the way you look, your bone structure, this is what qualifies somebody as an African or not an African. The shape of your skull, you understand. So many people, they like to say they are black. What is black? Black is the color of my hair. Black is the color of my hat. That is black. My skin is not black. You understand? My skin is not black. My comb is black. This is the complexion of my father, of my biological father. He is this complexion. You see? So you call yourself black, but you're not this complexion. How are you black? Dang! So you must understand, African is a race. If you say you're African American or a Cuban, or you say you're Brazilian or whatever, these are not races, they are ethnicities. Okay? But each member on an individual basis belongs to either Asian, African, or European. These are the three major groups of the human species on planet Earth. So if you say you're black, where is black land? Where is black language? Huh? Where is the black president? Huh? Because Barack Obama is not black. His skin is not black. He's not color my hair. He is a mulatto. He is mixed. That is what he is. He's mixed. Genetically speaking, he is a mulatto. Okay? So are you telling me that Barack Obama is more African than 50 Cent? Huh? No. Africans are dark skinned. Huh? Africans are brown skinned. The Africans that you see that are light skinned, you can say the Igbo of Nigeria. You can say the San people or the Khoi people of South Africa. But you can look at their facial features and their bone structure that they are African. You understand? So it's very interesting when you look at African people, because African people, we come in all shapes and sizes, colors, complexions, facial structures. For instance, if you go to East Africa, in East Africa you'll see that you'll have Africans that are dark skinned, very dark, black, but they have very thin lips. Their structure and their bone structure is very keen. It's not like some people of West Africa who are more thick, Negro, a lot of East Africans have more Caucasian features. Not to be mistaken with white features, but Caucasian features, which means a more slim bone structure in the face. So, you have Kenyans in East Africa. You have, who else do you have in East Africa? Somalians. You have Ugandans. You have Dinkas. You have, many people. Ethiopia, and many of them have slim facial features. Now, these are Africans. But then if you go to Central Africa, you'll find more Negro features. You go to West Africa, more Negro features, and this is where African Americans, Jamaicans, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Brazilians, this is primarily where they came from. This is your blood, this is your lineage, this is your fucking God creator, motherfucker. Okay, so you have to understand, what is African? African just means that you are part of the African race. Okay, if you are mixed race, you are mixed with two different races. Your mother, your father, or your grandmother, or whatever. But you must understand that you must understand that Africa is the birthplace of all of humanity. So there is no shame in automatically saying what you are. You're African. You're not a fucking Moro. You're not Israelite. You are an African. Okay? You call yourself a black American. What the fuck is a black American? You're not the color of my hat. You're not the color of my hair. You're not the color of my clothing. So how are you black? No, you are African American. Okay? African American, your people are not from Asia. Your people are not from Europa. Your people are not from Atlantis. Okay? They're not from Mars. They're from Africa. Okay? The Africans who were sold and also kidnapped, some were prisoners of war. And in prisoners, if you were a prisoner of war back in Africa in those times, you would be sold off to whoever had the money, whether it be an Arab or whether it be a European. Okay? This is the fact about Africa that many people don't want to talk about. Not all Africans, we did not just want to sell other Africans because, okay, we felt them to be inferior. You have to understand, we did not look at race. There was no concept of race. It was tribalism. Okay? All throughout Africa, just like many parts of the ancient world. Even white people never thought of themselves as a race of white people until about the 17th or 16th or 18th century. So that's a very new phenomenon. So when you hear African Americans say, oh, Africans don't like us, that's saying you don't like yourself. That makes no sense. You have to understand the time of that time. And if you don't, then you're ignorant. So you should not speak on Africa. Ever. Okay? If you look like 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather Sr., as Jr., Tupac, you are black. You are African. You understand? But if you look like, let's say, Sade, okay, you look like Barack Obama, you look like, some of these other people, LL Cool J, you're not African. You're mixed race. That's what I'm trying to say. You're fucking mixed race. So too many people out here don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they say, oh, I'm African, oh, I'm not African. Malcolm X was not African. He was a mixed race mulatto, but he inside felt he was black. So that leads me to another, is that black is also a concept of feeling, of belonging, to a certain ideology, but it is not a race. Black is not a race. African is a race. So you either belong to it genetically speaking, phenotype speaking, or you don't, then you're not. You're not that. But you can't change what's in your blood. You can't change the way your nigger features look. You can't change none of that shit. So you are fucking African. I don't give a fuck what you say. Okay? And Africans, we all need to stick together. All over the globe. Wherever you are, if you look like this, all texture, we need to stick together and look after one another, because we're all African, we're all here on the planet, we're all fucked by the same person, you understand.